Today I'm gonna improve bit of code and I'm gonna ask Copilot how can I improve it, and let me start doing that. So first of all, I'm posting what can be improved today, and I see that it suggests me to do several things. So add null checks for fields, ensure either the DTO fields are not null before mapping, add Java doc comments. Let's start from first. Make utility class. Okay, let me check. Better let me add this one. To improve null safety and checks for individual fields in both mapping methods, this prevents null pointer exception if any field is unexpectedly null. Okay, it checks if null. Then it returns empty string. Just for user mapper. Our constructor. So there is two problems because of it. It's not pretty clear what exactly it's. Okay, that was just a problem that does not exist. Okay. Second step is add Java doc comments. Document the methods for better maintainability. I think we can skip for now this. Let's go to the next. Make the class final and add private constructor. Okay, I think this is for user mapper. Okay, so I'm gonna ask same question, but for everything. I would add all open files as context. I would ask that question. Okay, probably I will delete the current conversation and we'll add new. Let me save those steps. Okay, first of all, user ID in DTO, add the ID field. Let's go and do that. Let me close all tabs except with docs. So user mapper, I think we already changed. No, user ID not. So we need to make sure that user DTO contains ID. Let me actually do that. User DTO. add ID to user picture. Okay, it's just so simple. And the second, I want to update the mapper, because probably it's not. Okay. Now mapper updated. I have ID here. Okay, first thing we done. Second step is user map enhancement. Also, we have done this. Validation and update ensure the update operation checks for email, in-request, or other business rules. Okay, let's see what it will suggest. Let's from the beginning add custom exception. Okay, I need to find the exception folder. Let me actually make this a separate window. No, I cannot. Anyway, let me make exception. Create new file, duplicate email exception, and putting it here. The second one, I need to update user service impl to check for email in request. And I need only update user method. Check for email in request. Okay. I think I can move that to separate method. Let me actually make it more clear. Okay, I think I've done everything with that. Oh, actually not. I need to add exception handler method to advise. To global exception. Here, this is our duplicate email exception. And now it will be thrown and the global exception will catch it and show proper error message. This ensures uniqueness is validated during updates. Okay, I think This step also done. Let's see the next one. Your current implementation already returns 404 status for not found users. All service methods throw this exception if the user is not found and the control does not catch it. No further changes are needed. Your API already provides consistent 404 responses for not found users across all relevant endpoints. Okay, I thought it found error, but looks like not. Okay, let's go to next. Unit and integration tests and more tests for service and controller layers. To ensure reliability testing, this one can be done in the end. For now, I'm not focused. Okay, probably this one can be done next. I'm gonna ask it to change code. Let's see. To include more error details in API responses, update API response to add an error code field and modify global exception handler to set it for each error. So first of all, I need to update API response. I need to find API response and update it. Not pretty sure why it's not copying. Okay. I use Lombok. Next one, I need. Let me actually close other classes. And then the next one, I need to update global exception handler. Let me do that. Okay, good. We added error codes, as you can see here. Validation error code. User not found error code. It is good. So, what is next? Okay, first of all, this adds an error code to all error responses for better debugging and client handling. Next one, I would go to README and cache invalidation review cache eviction. Let's fix this step. Your cache eviction logic is mostly correct, but for full consistency, after update user evict both the single user and the paged user lists. After delete user evict both. Okay. I need to go to user service where I wrote those cache eviction thing, and probably I need to change this part. Cache put and cache evict. I think I have the same probably for update. Yeah, I have same. And cache evict for both of them. For delete. Probably for delete I don't have this logic. Yeah. Cache put updates the single user cache after update. Cache evict clears all paged user list after update. And cache evict for user and users ensures both the single user and all user lists are evicted after delete, preventing stale data. Let me check next step. API documentation. Add Swagger API. Open API for better API documentation and testing. I think I will not do this now currently. I would move it in the bottom. Okay. Security. Add basic authentication authorization if the API will be exposed. I think I will have different discussion about this with Copilot, but for now I want to leave this. Logging and logging for key actions and errors for user troubleshooting. Probably a logger we can add. That can be a good idea to add loggers here. So change code to have using log4j, for example. Okay, I need to add first dependency. It is very interesting. So let me add dependency to build Gradle as implementation. Add basic log4j XML config to resources. This is configuration file. Okay, the next step is add logging to your service and controller classes. User service impl. Okay, I see I have here some pattern layout that will show. This is how logs will be shown on my console. So let me actually add some logs. I believe it's the code haven't changed. So let me copy that. And Copilot already added some logs for me. I haven't looked what exactly changed, but let's see. Okay, I see it added deleting. Here are some logs. Good. Now I have logs. In future, probably I will add Elasticsearch. Sorry, Elastic, just Elastic without any. Okay. I added logs probably. Let's see if I need to do anything else. I wouldn't actually. Yeah, let me actually change it for controller also, but I don't like the idea of adding logs to controller. Let me do that. Okay, I see. Here's some additional logs about which endpoint code. I see user service has some errors. User service could not be found. It's because package are not correct, probably. Oh, sorry, I have changed in the wrong place. Let me revert it back to user controller. Here we go. Now everything looks good. So I think I'm done with this change. It also okay. On global exception handler, it also asked me to add logs. Let me do that. And probably that's it. So summary. Add log for G dependency and config. Inject logging statement for key actions and error in service, controller, and exception handler classes. This will help with easier troubleshooting and monitoring. So I see we added some logs, some useful logs that will be helpful during the sending requests. Okay, logging done. Security basic authentication, we will not do this. This one also we will not do this now. And unit integration tests, we also not do. So let's make a summary what we have done. Let's make summary what we have done. Interesting. There are a lot of things happened. And first of all, validation on update. Ensured email requests during user updates by checking for existing users with the same email and throwing customer exception. After that, we checked about user not found exception, but it was consistent everywhere. After that, we added error code for API response. And we also changed global exception handler that returns error codes. And after that, we made the cache validation on user service. And we added logging with log4j. Let's see if everything works properly and service are starting. Probably we already should see some logs from services, from service. Let me send put request 200. At least put request is working properly. I don't think I need ID 9, but let's leave it. Yeah, I see logs from controller. I see logs from service. Updating user with ID 9. User updated with ID 9. It's very good and it's working. This is info, but probably would be nice to add as debug. Let me check how to do that. I think here I can make just debug. Something like this. So I added an if statement, if debug, then log the message. Else don't do that, because there will be a lot of noise. If you will have high load application, then you'll have big issues because of logs. So not everything should be logged on info probably. Yeah, user updated with ID 9. So it's because I put debug. So if I will change in configuration file to debug, where is that? Level debug. Then it should be fine. Now I should see that correct logs, not only info but also debug. Let me change the correct place. Update here. Why debug not working in log4j and fix it. This is a very good thing if you miss something. The reason debug message are not showing is likely because of default log4j configuration sets the root logger, which ignores debug. Update your root logger level to debug. I think I updated. Yeah, let me actually for now remove if statement. If debug enabled. Yeah, this one. Let me retry. Yeah, for some reason it's not picking up, but I think I'll figure out it soon.